Hi, this is Life Lessons of a Military Wife. I just realized, my goodness, I haven't done a podcast in a while. I've been vlogging, but, podcast, you have to make sure you don't look too much like a hag. I mean, I'm probably not doing the lighting right or anything, but this just happened to be where I'm sitting in our dining room tonight. Let's see, at the school today, I brought home a whole bunch of bananas. It's amazing what the kids waste in the lunchroom. You should see what your kids are throwing in the trash can. If I were you, I would try to come on in, come on in. The schools welcome this, especially over here, Dodds Europe, Dodia Europe. Come on in and eat lunch with your child. You can even buy a lunch there in the lunchroom. Taste test some of the stuff that they're eating. But anyway, back to my topic here. So we have all these bananas getting thrown away. I guess kids don't really want to eat the bananas, or maybe they're eating the other stuff first. I don't know. And I just hate to see that stuff thrown away. So usually I grab a bunch of bananas. Well, I'm not really that much of a banana eater either. So what I end up doing is I bake banana bread. So I bake a bunch of banana bread, batch after batch after batch, and then just bring it in the next day. And somehow that gets eaten up. Anyway, questions. I thought I'd have a regular segment on questions and answers. Questions by you, answers by me, from people who email me things, wondering what the answer is. Sometimes I don't know the answer, but I do try. Okay, so the first one is, where do I get my American car worked on when I bring it over? Now the government will ship one car free, included with your PCS move over here. And a lot of us do have American model cars. You come over here and you drive on the highways and you see these names, you're like, what? That's a Ford, but I never heard of that, or Honda, or whatever. Well, the car models over here that are sold on the European system are totally different than what they sell in the States. So they may look similar, but they don't have the same name. So that's the first thing you wonder about. Well, look at the cat. The cat's Sebastian. He's been on, I hear you. You want to sit up here? He's been on like 5 different moves with us so far. And going strong. He's 12 years old now. Hey buddy, you want to be on the camera? I don't think so. You're camera shy. Okay, so AFEs, that's the PX, they have, or the BX, depending on if you're Air Force, Army, Navy, whatever, they will have a facility on post. And they have American parts, American oil, and all that kind of stuff. So they can take care of pretty much, I don't want to say all, but a lot of the services. You hear a lot of complaints of, AFEs did this and that, and well, for the most part, I think they do a good job. I mean, I've never, myself personally, have had any bad experiences with them. I've been happy. Now, there are also mechanics that run little shops. They're in Germany, it's the Germans. Belgium, it's the Belgians. No, I can't even get that right. In Belgium, it's the Belgians, and they will have little shops, and they're kind of used to dealing with American cars, and they can get American parts. Hey, we have a global economy now, and most of these parts they can get a hold of. I would still recommend buying your oil and oil filter and that kind of thing at the PX, because they pay an ungodly amount for replacing the oil for your car. I want to say it's at least four times what we pay for a quart of oil. Of course, theirs is in liters, but I'm always astounded by that. And car parts, even windshield wipers, they pay so much more. So that's another option. Again, look at referrals. Talk to other people in the community. We do have soldiers who are certified mechanics who kind of do it on the side. I know of a person here who does it on the side. He does everything through word of mouth, certified mechanic. He brought all his tools and a bunch of spare parts with him as well. Speaking of that, if you're coming from the States, I wouldn't say bring a whole bunch of oil, because you can get that at the PX. Plan ahead, don't get your oil like the day before an oil change, because the way it is, you go in there, it's always out. It's happened to me every time I've done that the few days before I needed the oil change. Didn't have the kind of oil that I wanted. So plan that stuff ahead of time. Usually I buy 2 batches ahead of time, because I do an oil change like every 3 months for my van, or depending on how many miles you drive, it depends on how far you go around. Now, tires, if you need tires, a lot of us order from TireRack.com. That's stateside. I don't know how in the world they do it, but the stuff gets here in like just under a week. And it gets sent somehow priority, and the shipping isn't that bad. For how fast it comes, I mean, yeah, if you compare it to shipping like a little package, it sounds expensive. But these 4 huge tires, they come in bundles of 2. I don't know, every time I've ordered them twice now. They've always come in like 6 days. I don't know how they do that. Why can't all the other retailers do that? And then people also order from, I want to say, AutoZone, spare parts. I'm not sure how long that takes, but it's not that long. They all ship through APO, so through the military postal system. Each post usually has an auto craft shop. Now, auto craft shop, you think, okay, that's where I can go myself and do my own oil changes and do my own brake work, if you're good enough to do that, and that kind of thing. But you know what? They also have people who make money on the side, and they charge very minimally. They'll do your oil change for you, and you can schedule it just like an appointment. Now, not every auto craft shop is like that, but I would check with yours just to compare and see, talk to people who've done it. Sometimes you can assist and help out, and it can really bring costs down for just small services. Nothing major that would freak you out. Speaking of freak you out, they do have the major dealers over here. Honda, Ford, of course Mercedes, BMW. All those people. And so even for the American car manufacturers. And some people, for like the really, really big services where the whole car gets like an overhaul, they like to go there. Now do keep in mind, they may have to pre-order parts. You may have to go back a few times and make yourself understood. There's the whole language barrier, but a lot of them that are near American military posts and bases, they've already dealt with some Americans, so they kind of have an idea of what people would be asking for. I had a recalled item. How you get the mail from your manufacturer in the States saying such and such has been recalled and you need to get it fixed, and Honda will pay for it. Well, it's not that easy over here. You have to usually get authorization in the States for them to release money to somehow get it sent to the dealer over here. I'm not quite sure how it works. I did it once with my van. Huge hassle, but know that it can be done. You can have warranty work done over here. You just kind of have to work with your German dealer and the head of the manufacturing, like Honda Manufacturing Corporation or whatever. They were very good with me, even though it took a while. So that's an option. Again, more expensive. Take your own oil there. If you have the spare parts, take that with you. I always recommend, if you have like an unusual car model or something weird, just buy a few oil filters. Don't buy the oil. Buy the oil filters and bring those with you when you PCS over here. If you have like a European car, like I want to say a Mercedes, BMW, Mini, or Saab, or whatever, you know what? If you take it to the dealer, you're going to be paying through the nose like you're not going to believe for every single service, even for oil changes. I want to say a friend of mine just got her Mini done, and it was just for the regular, the minimal oil change service. I want to say it was around 200 euros. I'm not talking dollars, 200 euros. And, they don't have that free service for however many years. I know some manufacturers in the States are doing that now. You won't see that over here. So keep all that stuff in mind. In Germany, you can use your VAT form. So take your VAT form with you. If you go off post, most of those dealers, car shops, everything, they're used to taking that VAT form. Take it with you. Belgium, sorry. Okay. Someone asked me, how do you fill your prescription glasses? Do I just go to the PX or a German store, or how do I do that? Okay. Now, the PX usually contracts that out to some European whatever, and they'll have that there. By the PX, they always have like the barber shop and some food items and a bakery, possibly a German bakery, or just, whatever country you're in, there's some vendors there that AAFES hires from the economy. And one of them is usually a glasses place. So you can get your prescription done with the eye doctor on post. So you can go in there just like making a regular medical appointment. Go in there, get your prescription. And if you can at least wait if you're not blind or whatever, I would just wait. The first option would be Coastal Contacts. I've used them, Coastal Contacts. And the great thing about them though, again, if you don't need it right away, you can like their Facebook page, and then every so often they have like a special deal where they'll just all of a sudden give away 30,000 glasses. And then when they hit that limit, that's it for that time. Or they will have specials or special deals. And I got a pair of, I've forgotten what brand they were, Guess or something. One of the big fashion designers, I can't remember now which one it was. Anne Klein. Yeah, it was Anne Klein. And well over $100, and I only paid for the shipping. And the shipping was like $12. And it got here in a week. It was shipped from California. I don't know how they somehow managed to do that, but somehow, I don't know. I didn't question high quality glasses. It included the lenses. Of course, if you wanted any special treatments on the lenses, like anti-glare and that kind of stuff, then that's going to cost more. But just the glasses themselves, I was shocked. So I got a pair there. And then there's another website called Zenni Optical. Zenni Optical. Super, super cheap glasses. Like you can get like a pair of really nice glasses for like $8. I think was like the cheapest I saw. And they're fancy and different kinds. And on both of these websites, you can upload a picture of your face, and then you do some measurement. You look at your prescription and the distance of your eyes, whatever, to your nose, however that goes. And you put all that in there, and you can actually try all the different glasses on your face. And you can also order sunglasses, all different kinds, just whatever. And even, I think, bifocals and some other stuff too. Now that's going to cost more money, obviously, but go check that stuff out. The only thing with Zenni Optical, I know to Belgium it took about, I want to say 3 to 4 weeks. I mean, it was a long time, but it was also coming from Hong Kong. So, kind of got into the APO system. So I don't know if it went all the way to New York, because that's where the main facility is for Europe, APO, Military Postal System. And then over here, I don't know. I wasn't too interested in that, but just know if you're going to order from Zenni Optical, it's going to